We were at one of these many birthday parties that we go to during this time of year.
Yeah.
One of the little girls who's super cute comes over and she was talking about her birthday's coming up and how old she's going to be. And I do the same joke for all the kids.
Sure.
Like she's going to be 6. And I was like, are you going to be 4? And she's like, no, I'm going to be 6. And I'm like, 5? And like, it's just fun, right? To screw with kids.
What do you mean the kids? You do that to me.
I do it to you. It totally works. I was like, but how old is your brother? And she was like, 8. And I was like, oh, wow, that's awesome. He's 8. I was like, how old's your mom? And she goes, 53. And the dad next to me did a spit take. And he was like, you are definitely an a-hole. And I was like, yep.
Quiet, please.
Just outing
4.
all of your parents' ages.
3.
Kids are little tiny moles.
2.
Company presents a Truly Terrible Podcast. Welcome to Nonsense Season 4, Episode 32, our first headline show in way too long.
Headlines.
I'm Jeff Parker.
I'm CJ Little. That's right.
This is our take on the week's business, tech, and entertainment headlines. This time, valuation expert sees SpaceX worth $1.3 trillion, over a quarter below its IPO target.
Man, I will still take the under on that bet.
And I'll take the under on your under.
Yeah, I bet you would.
AI-designed universal vaccine passes the first human trial.
And now those people will need 5 gigawatts and 15,000 gallons of water per day to operate.
They're very thirsty people.
They're very AI.
NASA ups their game. They will now wear high-tech Prada to the moon.
I hope they make those into like America sizes. None of that skinny European crap for our red-blooded American astronauts like Butch.
I can't believe all those low-life years when they were slumming it wearing Ralph Lauren.
I mean, Ralph Lauren was a bump up from the Members Mark crap they wore in the 70s.
Also later this week, what do Limburger cheese, a 6-needle surgery, a full moon, and America's victory in the Revolutionary War have in common?
That is the weirdest game of Clue I've ever heard.
Tune in for the unknown side of mosquitoes.
It was the mosquito in the yard with cheese.
It's National Forklift Safety Day. This day exists to focus attention on the steady, smart habits that help prevent injuries when powerful industrial trucks share space with people, pallets, loading docks, and tight corners. A forklift changes the way a workplace functions. It also changes what can go wrong because a machine capable of lifting thousands of pounds does not become slightly dangerous when something goes wrong. The lesson of the forklift is the lesson of everything. Good habits are the ball game. Steady, smart, and industrious. How's your week going?
You know, it's very ironic that it's Forklift Day, National Forklift Safety Day, because later this week, I literally will be using a forklift.
Which couldn't be a less safe thing, you know?
Yeah.
Hobbyists on forklifts.
Yeah.
I just don't think this is a good idea.
I mean, what could go wrong? I'm relocating my containers full of car racing parts.
These are not Tupperware containers. These are container cars.
I need about 1,000 square feet of outdoor space. So please, listeners, write in with your favorite locations.
Also, can I suggest you write a check and hire a professional forklift driver?
No, come on. This is easy. I can do that. Okay. Moving the containers gets a little sketchy. I've moved them with forklifts before. And that, let me tell you, that's a special kind of butt clenching when you've got a 5,000 pound empty box 3 feet in the air. But no, I got to move a car lift. It's easy. It's simple. It weighs a couple thousand pounds. No big deal.
No big deal.
So, but here's the thing about forklifts. Yeah. The most important rule that I have found that I violate consistently is not putting the forks all the way down when you stop. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't, you will walk into them with your shins and it will hurt like hell and you will yell.
Especially if you don't look where you're going. Look down.
I don't look down. I look up. Okay. Look onto the horizon, Jeffrey.
National Walking Safety Day. Look down.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Look down.
Look down. Watch where you're walking.
Okay. So the same thing. You and I just have different views. Why walk when you can forklift?
Are you going to tell me about your week or do you want to talk more about forklifts?
I would love a forklift show. My week has been amazing. I'm so glad we're doing 2 shows a week again. Hopefully we can squeeze a couple of these in before my travel schedule or yours screws this all up again for the summer.
They're both going to.
They both are going to,
and they're not going to align this summer either, so it's going to be a lot of missing shows.
I think we are through the end of our school year weekend birthday extravaganza. I have found that all families with children that have birthdays during the summer pack them into the last couple weeks of the school year.
You have to.
And we have literally had, well, no, do the half birthday, but we've literally had 7 or 8 birthday parties a weekend for the past 3 weeks. It has been madness.
Everybody's going to go on vacation. Your kid's not going to have any friends at his birthday party.
Yes, exactly.
So they squeeze them in.
They will. Well, I know, but you do it like if your kid's birthday's in July, you do it on the half birthday. You do it in January.
Well, that's way early. Why do it that far?
Because then all the kids are around.
Near his birthday.
Then you get 2 birthdays. The kids love it. The parties are amazing. I like seeing all the parents, and I know
you don't love it.
I do. I said I do. Love it.
Okay.
No, the kids love it. I said I love seeing all the parents. I love going to these things. This past weekend, one of the parties featured a Nerf blaster competition, and I was disappointed. I was the only parent that got out there with the kids.
Oh man,
to shoot them with Nerf blasters. blasters. I'm like, why are you guys not doing this? This is so much fun.
It's so fun. Exactly.
It was a total blast, including the one kid who refused to use a blaster, but would throw darts at me and say, got you, just over and over and over again. I know what to do with it.
It's a manual way of throwing a Nerf
totally.
arrow.
I was like, well, technically it's true. I know this is all going to come to an end soon. I know my kids are going to stop doing this with me, so I'm trying to enjoy it for as much as I can.
Yeah, sure.
It was an absolute blast. I have no complaints. Happy to be back recording with you. How about you? How was your week?
Like your kids, I'm also getting older, and this will all come to an end soon.
Oh, geez. You don't have to be dark about it.
I spent the last week learning about car batteries. It turns out the way that I've organized my life so that nearly everything is a very short drive away is exactly what car batteries in ICE vehicles hate the most.
Terrible. By the way, I love that you just have this sequitur from it's all going to come to an end soon, period, full stop. I'm spending my time, my small remaining time, figuring out car batteries.
Fighting car batteries.
Car batteries. You're doing great, sir. You're doing great.
Absorbent glass mat. That if you just want to cut to the TLDR.
AGM batteries, man.
AGM batteries. Yep. The way to go, yeah.
Absolutely.
I've also had the Strait of Hormuz on my mind a lot this week, driving up crude oil prices globally and stoking inflation. Specifically, I've been thinking about how the incentives on electric cars were taken away and then replaced with much, much larger incentives.
Yes.
One was a carrot, the other a very painful stick, but the net result's similar.
I mean, we all thought that Trump was
anti-environment. Yeah, exactly.
But as it turns out, he just had a much better way of getting us there. And when gas is $27 a gallon.
A much faster way of getting us all very interested in electric cars.
Yeah, let me tell you, the EV movement is not coming to my 9,000-pound truck that has a 44-gallon diesel tank.
Sure.
I will soon be taking out 15-year mortgages to fill that thing up. I can't wait for that.
I didn't realize how much surplus oil the U.S. was sitting on. And yes, we do produce a certain amount of oil, but we're going to use up that surplus oil and be in the same sort of trouble that Asia's in for flying jets and the rest of the world. The rest of the world happens to be in before we got there.
They're canceling flights out of LAX just because of fuel costs. Yeah. Which is fine. I'm not going anywhere.
Let's get to our headlines.
Let's do it.
Valuation experts see SpaceX worth $1.3 trillion below the IPO target.
Those guys are still high.
Yeah, for sure. SpaceX is preparing an IPO at a $1.77 trillion valuation, but NYU professor Aswaith Domadarian, known as the Dean of Valuation, argues the company is only worth $1.3 trillion.
He's a paid shill.
Meanwhile, the S&P 500 rejected SpaceX, also blocking entry for OpenAI and Anthropic. Musk wanted profitability in time since IPO requirements lifted. The S&P 500 said no.
To be fair, his full title is the Dean of Overvaluation.
That's it. Morningstar analysts describe SpaceX as having been significantly overvalued in the lead up to its IPO. The investment research firm valued SpaceX at $780 billion, less than half of SpaceX's $1.75 trillion IPO goal, primarily based on the strengths of SpaceX's Starlink satellite service and rocket launch business.
The only two things that actually do well.
No, there's also other things that are losing money. It's negative. It's net negative. $1.3 trillion, $780 billion. You're getting warmer.
Okay, the $780 billion number, I feel like is still an aspirational growth number.
For sure.
But I could at least draw a line to that.
When you are running negative, you are not profitable.
But I could see 780. I'm like, oh, okay, I could maybe see a world where you get there.
No.
But no, we're 2.5x that.
Not even close.
That's the aspirational goal.
In a somewhat related story, Google just released their new Gemma 4 12B model, which uses a new encoding scheme and token prediction designed to run on any laptop with 16 gigabytes of RAM. Attention data center investors, the call is coming from inside the house.
By the way, we knew this was coming. This wasn't like a thing. You're still going to need hyperscaler data centers, right? I am certain of this. I just don't know how many.
To create these little models that will run fine on your laptop.
So I just don't know the proportionality. That's what I really don't know.
One.
No, it's not going to be one. I'll take the over.
You're going to need one.
There's one data center. It's one like shrine.
One massive data center that can create these models.
I'm going to visit the data center. We should just call it that.
Exactly.
The data center. There's just the one.
I don't need it to run the models anymore. That's not going to be a thing.
You still got to make them. You're still going to make them. You're still going to use these things to make them.
And I need one.
Yeah, no, you're going to have more than one.
I got some time on the data center so I can make my model.
I'm confident of the over. I'll give you 1,000 to 1 odds. It'll be more than one. But I understand your point. I think we're a little oversaturated on the data centers. And by the way, I don't know if you know this or not, but we've done this before.
Yeah.
Do you remember like the late 90s when data centers were all the rage and they couldn't spin up data centers fast enough?
But they were tiny little things about the size of an outhouse back then.
They weren't.
Now they're just like massive. It's a different world.
I mean, they were still pretty big. I mean, the small data centers back then were still hundreds of thousands of square feet.
Yeah, sure.
But compared to today, they are tiny little outhouses.
Yeah.
Just like the power requirements, then I was like, oh, wow, that's a lot of power. And now you're like, that's enough for like one row of racks in a hyperscaler.
It's where the data goes to pee now in the old data houses.
The hyperscaler data is like, oh, you came from one of those data centers. oh, how cute. I do not think there's a lot of runway for the data center investors. I still can't believe I'm saying this, but yes, there were people that invested in data centers and it felt very commoditized surprise to me then. But
wow, that flamed up fast, too.
Yeah.
On the Wall Street Journal's Take on the Week podcast, Domodarian disputed SpaceX's AI market projections, while SpaceX claims a $26 trillion AI opportunity out of $28.5 trillion total market. Domodarian finds these figures implausible. I don't even find Domodarian's figures anywhere near plausible. The debate centers on whether the valuation reflects business fundamentals or speculative AI growth. They're losing money. Well, it's all speculative growth. I don't know how to make this any clearer. Domodarian's $1.3 trillion estimate separately assesses rocket launches, Starlink, and AI, noting the later is the least mature. You lumped them all together into one business. Oh, man, I'm going to have an aneurysm.
I think you just did.
Despite his lower valuation, he noted the investor momentum could still drive post-listing stock performance because it's musical chairs, and the only thing I can promise you is that the music will stop.
This is where you need to play the clip of Jim Downey saying, a lot of people ask us how we make money. The answer is volume.
Exactly.
That's literally what we're doing here. They're just like, we're just going to scale it up. And I'm like, but that makes it worse, right?
You're going to be getting a bigger hole.
When you take a number and you multiply it by a negative number, you get a bigger negative number. I'm pretty sure. I'm no mathologist, but I think that's how it works.
Wow. Someday you and I should have a conversation about what you're buying when you buy a stock. I mean, not that you don't understand. I think most of the world doesn't understand what you're buying.
You know what's crazy to me? There's been, a lot of lead up to this. I know several folks that have purchased SpaceX in private offerings, certainly back when I think it was a more rational and sane investment opportunity. And several of them were pontificating to me about how this valuation makes perfect sense. They make a ton of money and yada, yada. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, well, walk me through it. Like sell me on what you're sold on. And then I realized the most basic fundamentals of the business, they don't even know.
Right, of course. It's fantasy land.
And I was like, well, okay, well, that's how you get here.
If you are high on microdoses, now macro doses, I'm sure, of ketamine, I'm sure it makes perfect sense.
I don't even know if it's that. That might have been the start that got you here. But now I get reaching for the moon. Absolutely. You should. But I just look at the fundamentals and I go, this is...
But I'm not buying for you to reach for the moon. Reach for the moon and have some success, and then I'll buy some fairly evaluated shares.
Have your moonshot. Go take 20% of your top line and spend it on moonshots. I don't care. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But the problem is the rest of it, you have one thing there that works really well, maybe two things.
Yeah.
And those things will continue. And that is a great business. But stop dumping the trash on it.
Yeah, exactly. You put the other things in with it, and now you're losing money every single quarter.
My only question for you is I would like you to pick a date, and I will take the over or the under. And here is the date. Mm-hmm. The date is when Tesla gets merged into SpaceX. When do you think that happens?
It's happening. It's totally
What's
happening.
the date?
I don't know if it can happen once they have the IPO. I don't know how that really works.
Why not?
Because
you
now
just go buy. You just tender an offer.
Well, because you're going to get shareholder lawsuits.
Oh, yeah. That's never slowed anybody down in this camp. I mean, do you think that's a month? Do you think it's 3 months? Do you think it's 6 months?
I don't know. I don't see any new vehicles coming out of Tesla, and I see a lot of new models of electric vehicles coming from other companies and updated technologies, and I don't see Tesla keeping up in any way, shape, or form.
Not at all. But you didn't answer the question. When does it get merged in?
I don't know the answer to that.
Like, is that a falling knife and you pull it in the falling knife? I don't think you wait until it rounds out the bottom and you get it cheap. I think it gets folded in sooner than later so that falling knife gets more obfuscated because now it's part of this bigger thing. That's what happened to Twitter, right? Twitter XAI.
Yes.
We're just going to roll together other stuff that's very buzzwordy and throw it in.
This is going to be the Titanic. This is going to be a disaster.
Yeah, but don't you want to be on the Titanic on the way down?
No.
One share, you can show up to the meetings.
It's cold. That water's cold. I don't want to go to the meetings. I want no part of this.
All right, well,
when you are buying a stock, let me just explain. When you are buying a stock, you're buying an income stream.
Not in this case.
Right, exactly. And there's no income stream coming from this stock.
The problem is too many people.
That is all you are buying. You are not buying a piece of art and hoping someone else pays more for it next time, because eventually that's not going to happen.
Too many people have done exactly that and made a bunch of money on that. And now you got a bunch of people chasing that dragon. They've done exactly what you just said. That's not what you're buying it for. And I agree with you.
And in aggregate, more of them will lose money.
Yes, absolutely.
This is not a winning game.
But everybody believes. Everybody believes they've got a guy and they've got timing and they know how to do this and they know, oh, no, I'll get out beforehand. And I'm like, okay, I'll talk to you in a couple years when that all goes to, 8% of what it is.
Nobody blows a whistle when we're at the top. Nobody blows a whistle when we're at the bottom. You don't get any kind
I got a guy.
of, warning or...
No, I got a guy.
You got a guy? You got a guy with a whistle?
He knows really well. He only charges you $3 and $30 for the privilege.
AI-designed universal vaccine clears first human trial, targets future coronavirus threats with needle-free delivery.
Yes.
The University of Cambridge and spin-out company Diosynvax have successfully completed the first human clinical trial for a universal Sarbeco coronavirus vaccine. Unlike the vaccines that target specific strains, this new vaccine was designed entirely through computer simulations using machine learning to identify common antigen features across the entire group of Sarbeco coronaviruses. Sarbeco just makes me thirsty.
I feel like it's something you put on bread in an Italian restaurant. Doesn't it sound delicious?
Prosecco.
Yeah.
Or...
Can I have extra garlic in my Sarbeco, please?
The innovative super antigen technology is designed to provide broad, lasting protection against both existing threats like SARS-CoV-2 and future, currently unknown variants. I think they're going to be SARS-CoV-3 and SARS-CoV-4, but I could be wrong.
So you're saying they are known. They're just going to get versioned.
They might be known. We might be up onto where they're going.
Can they please just use the AI to name these things? Can we come up with better names?
We keep banning red dye number 2, red dye number 3, red number 1. Can we just jump to red dye number 9? Can we get right to the good stuff?
Right to the good ones. These have been further revised.
The trial, which involved 39 healthy volunteers between the ages of 18 and 50, found the vaccine to be safe with no significant side effects. A unique feature of the study was the delivery method. The vaccine was administered as a DNA-based formula through a needle-free microfluid jet, offering a potential advantage for those with needle phobias and simplifying mass distribution efforts. The promising results have been published in the Journal of Infection. I hope you got your copy.
The best nighttime reading is the Journal of Infection right before I go to bed. It's a page turner. Let me tell you, it's great.
All teenagers should be required to read the Journal of Infection.
With pictures. When you said the unique feature of the study was the delivery method, I was relieved.
Yes.
Because I was afraid.
It's not a needle. It's a needle.
I was afraid you were going to say that a unique feature of the study was a third arm. And because that would have been a unique feature. But I'm really glad it was just the no needle needles.
Could be.
I can't figure this out.
Yes.
They call it this microfluid jet, right?
Which comes through a metal tube.
A very small
and goes into your body.
Tube that goes into your body.
Sounds to me like a needle.
And I don't know what it is, but I'm curious. So when I search small metal tube that goes into your body to distribute fluid,
you get needle.
I get needles. So clearly I didn't go to upstairs medical school, so I'm not sure how this all works, but it seems like maybe it's like a small,
perhaps,
what would you call it?
What would you call it?
Needle.
Needle, sure.
But I think, here's the thing I actually think of this. I don't know this to be factual, but I think you don't feel these. I think they're so small and they're so good at precise injection.
They go between your cells.
It goes in between your nerve receptors.
Wow.
No, I do think that this could be an actual solution for folks.
I barely felt the COVID-19 virus needle.
Yeah.
When I got those jabs, it was like, this is just nothing. This is amazing how good we've gotten at this.
Oh, that's also what my wife said about the conception of both our kids.
I've had vaccinations that lasted longer.
No, these kids are definitely lasting longer than any vaccine you've ever gotten, except maybe measles. Yeah.
The larger phase 2 trials are necessary to confirm broad efficacy across diverse populations before this becomes available for public use.
But this is interesting. This is where we start to lever the technology to do the things that humans took very long to do, or in some cases couldn't do yet.
Although we were getting faster.
We are getting faster
because of mRNA and things like
exactly.
that. I had an issue. I was going to a Dodger game, and I wanted to wear shorts because it was a day game and it was warm.
Of course you were.
I have lost a little weight with the hiking.
Yeah.
And so my shorts are too big and they will fall down around my ankles.
Yeah.
So I wanted to take a safety pin and somehow make the waist so that they were smaller and I could have pants that would not fall to the ground. You're wondering where I'm going with this, right?
Oh, I got an idea.
So I go to my local AI and I say, how do I put the safety pin in? Show me an image how I put the safety pin in to make these shorts so they're tighter and they fit better.
And it showed you a picture of a belt?
It showed me a picture of a safety pin put around a belt loop that would do nothing. They pinned it around the belt loop, the little fabric, like that was going to make my pants suddenly fit. And what this makes me feel is I'm going to go ahead and wait for the phase 2 studies.
You know, I'd love to be a participant. I'm busy those days. Those days that you're doing this, I can't be there.
I'm interested to see how they come out. Don't get me wrong.
Why don't you just have a second donut and shut up?
That would have solved the problem too. There's several ways you can come at the solution to this thing. And that's what the AI probably should have recommended. It should have shown a guy in the shorts eating a donut. And that would have totally
eating a donut.
Been the perfect answer.
The guy looks like you, but it's the you in the Indiana sweatshirt like every one of our art drawings.
I wore the Indiana sweatshirt one time.
One time.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you see of me.
And the entire internet now knows you. Yeah, I'm gonna have AI swap it out to a Raiders sweatshirt since that's where he went now.
I have a second Indiana sweatshirt that I have worn more than once.
Don't confuse the AI. Don't confuse the AI.
It's Indiana and this is Champions.
Oh, nice. All right. Well,
it's really cool.
You only get to wear that once.
NASA will wear. No, I'm going to wear it a lot of times. Trust me. NASA will wear high-tech Prada long johns to the moon. Axiom and Prada have unveiled the liquid cooling and ventilation garment, a high-tech base layer designed for the next generation of moonwalkers. Not Michael Jackson. Don't be confused. Set to be used during the Artemis 4. I thought we were on Artemis 3. How come we're on Artemis 4?
No, 3 is next, but this is for Artemis.
Artemis 3, they're not walking on the moon. They're not doing any moonwalking of any sort.
They're wearing shorts in Artemis 3.
Mission to the moon in 2028. The garment will be worn directly underneath the Axiom Extravehicular Mobility Unit spacesuit. Does that mean you get out of the car?
Extravehicular?
The extravehicular, does that mean you're getting
outside
out of the car?
Of the vehicle? Yes, I think so.
To ensure astronaut safety and comfort. comfort. The other big news was Friday morning, 5 of 7 crew members of the International Space Station briefly sought refuge inside a SpaceX return capsule as 2 Russian cosmonauts worked on the worsening air leak.
First of all, this is not, like, I don't even want to laugh at this because this is not good.
This is awful. Yeah. This is literally like, we could all die here. Get in the car, kids. We might be driving home right this minute.
But like, did they like rock, paper, scissors?
Who got to go in the car?
Who had to fix the air leak?
I don't know. But
no, you want to be in the car. I'd rather be sitting in the car.
By the way, they didn't ever fix the air leak. They just decided to abandon repairs for the moment.
You keep the door closed.
Well, that's what they do.
Did they not explain the rules of rock, paper, scissors to the Russians and they just kept picking rock and the other guys went on paper?
Yeah.
Like, why did the Russian cosmonauts have to do it? Like, I'm just not...
Because they were the ones who wanted to work on their little leak. And you're right. That is exactly what they do. They let it depressurize. They close that part of the space station.
And what, do they hold their breath as like free diving?
No, they don't put people in it when nobody's in it. It's for basically taking supplies in and out of ships.
Nope. Yeah, but you got to fix the damn thing. It's got a leak in it.
Ideally, you would fix it, yes. In this case, while they were fixing it, since it could have been a catastrophe in the actual fixing of it, the fact that they stopped trying to fix it and then just closed it off kind of solved that problem for the moment.
But this is like, imagine you have a loading dock at a hotel and you just keep it closed because it's haunted. Like, this is the same thing. It's the exact same thing. It's like, oh no, don't go in there unless we get more chips delivered.
Okay, enough of the headlines. In fact, enough of the episode. We have to get out of here. Special thanks to our floor director, Ron Niv. And why wouldn't it be Ron Niv when we come back? It should be.
Exactly. Thanks for coming in late for this, Ron.
We'll be back later this week with Little Assassins, the mosquitoes you thought you knew. Until then, thank you for listening to all this nonsense. I'm Jeff Parker.
Usually when I hear Little Assassins, it's somebody referring to my children. So this is a nice change. We're not talking about my kids.
Sure.
I'm CJ Little.
Bzzz. There goes our story for Thursday.
Jeff, I don't know if you know this or not.
I don't.
Any camera can be digital, but only one can be an Elph.
Oh.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
The world's smallest, lightest 2 megapixel digital camera with a zoom lens.
2 megapixels?
2 megapixels. Not 1, 2. This is the Canon PowerShot S100 digital Elph.
Yeah.
It's a high-speed USB interface with video out, comprehensive software bundle, fully compatible with Macs and PCs. It accepts Type 1 compact flash memory cards. It has a built-in flash and, most importantly, an all-glass spherical Canon 2X zoom lens with a 4X digital teleconverter. The Canon PowerShot S100 Digital Elph, available now from $599.
Wow. 2 megapixels.
And all you got to tell me is what year.
We were still shooting film through the 90s, and all of a sudden this whole thing happened, and we started getting digital cameras, and really digital cameras started getting useful, in the early 2000s. I was still using film because, I'm a Luddite.
No.
I'm guessing somewhere, I don't know. I'm going to guess the end of the 90s, beginning of 2000s.
You're in the right world, and I want to correct you though, because you were not a Luddite. The quality on these was terrible.
Well, they were 2 megapixels. It
was terrible.
Making very good use of both megapixels.
It's like taking a photo with a potato. Like these weren't great, but I had one of these. I actually had a PowerShot S100. I think I still have it in a box somewhere. It was a really good piece of kit for the time. It was absolutely a great piece of kit. It was the first one that wasn't massive. Like you could put this thing in your pocket. You didn't have to wear it on your belt.
Sure.
But yes, you're right. This ad I pulled from is from early 2001, but 2000 is when this product came out. So you are in the absolute right window.
2000 rounded.
2000 rounded. That is correct.
I mean, just flat
2000 rounded.
Okay.
Also, I'd like to point out that at the time you were paying approximately $300 per megapixel.
Oh yeah, that's not cheap.
The R5 Mark II, it's 45 megapixels, right? And it's $3,900.
Yeah.
You're paying approximately $86 a megapixel now.
The Canon PowerShot S100 Digital Elph. Available now for $599. Is that money adjusted?
Oh no, I didn't adjust it. How does this show work? That was in $2,000?
$2,000 even, I've been told.
So that is $1,150.
So now how much per megapixel?
That is $575 a pixel.
There you go.
Yeah, so we've gone from, in today dollars, $575 per megapixel down to about $45 on a modern prosumer camera. Yeah. That is bananas.
That is Moore's Law.
It kind of is, right?
100% it is.
It kind of is. I mean, it's not really transistors.
You're making a sensor. Similar idea.